I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's a wet, damp day. You know, the saguaro cactuses is sort of funny. When they swell up like crazy when it rains, they get big fat. It's kind of a cool thing. And this saguaro right here is fat. I was reading about them this morning. On average, like a 20-foot saguaro is like 85 years old, and that has got to be 25 feet. It's probably 100 years old, if you believe what they say. Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing the sauce from Uncle Bullcow Strawberry Scorpion, and I'm going to talk about who's in your head. It's funny, I heard someone say one, and the reason I'm doing it in this video is because Uncle Bullcow won't mind. Uncle Bullcow gets attacked just like I do. Do you want to know why? Because he's not afraid of telling the truth, and I'm not either. So people don't like it. People don't like it when you tell the truth. It's kind of a funny thing. I don't know what the deal is. But I'm going to talk about this first, and then I'm going to talk about who's in your head. Let's do that. This is great. This is Strawberry Scorpion. I love fruit-based sauces, and I love sauces that go great on ice cream. And anytime you get a fruit-based sauce, it's good on pancakes, ice cream. It's the same thing. Anytime you get a fruit-based sauce, you're going to hear me say ice cream, cheesecake, pancakes, waffles, desserts. But that's really what this is really good for. This is Strawberry Scorpion. So the ingredients very simply are organic strawberries, scorpion peppers, cider vinegar, organic apple juice, and organic sugar. I love Bullcow. He's a good guy. And the reason I chose Bullcow sauce to do this video on is because he gets a lot of the same stuff I do. It's sort of funny. But the aroma, not as to be honest, I was expecting more of a burst of berry. Kind of subdued with the aroma. Matters not. I did a video, and I can't remember what it was, because I've done a couple. Over 5,200 at this point. But I did a video once that had absolutely zero aroma. Nothing. Not a hint of anything. I got a good beak. Tasted great. I remember. It was shockingly just devoid of any aroma whatsoever. It was odd, but this one is a little bit more subdued than I was expecting. There's the pour. Beautiful. I love strawberry. I love berries. All right, so from Uncle Bullcow, my brother, Strawberry Scorpion, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is, this is Chase the Heat. Bullcow's great because when he says it's a scorpion sauce, he tastes a scorpion. Beautiful sauce, balanced well. You taste the strawberry, you taste the scorpion. It's going to be way too hot for a non-chili head. You wouldn't appreciate it. It would be a way beyond a 10. If you're a chili head and you like hot stuff, this is a 7. Six or 7, maybe and up from there, depending on where you are. But the flavor is fantastic. Now, I say this always when I talk about dessert sauce. If you're kind of a beginning chili head and you hit the pepperology a lot, you're gearing up for it, this could be something you could put on ice cream, because what happens is the dairy, the fat from the dairy bonds and adheres to your capsaicin receptors on your tongue, and it will offset some of the heat. But it's still a spicy sauce and delicious. Who's in your head? I heard Papa Scoville say to me a couple things. He's just, you know, the longer, man, this is the month he died. 3 years ago this month, my dad died. He said a couple things. But I remember saying, when you wake up, whatever you think about first is who you serve. That's your master. That's who you serve. And he also said that the best revenge is living well. I feel bad for, there are some people that have just decided to hate me, and it's because I tell the truth. I talk about the truth. I got a lot of it about Pepper X and about the Last Dab experience. I came out recently and said that I don't buy the Pepper X at all. I don't buy it. And I'm going to talk about that now. But the reason I say, I am the master of my trolls out there. It's funny. I'm the first thing they think about when they wake up in the morning. I'm the last thing they think about when they go to bed at night, and they make videos about me. And I think it's funny. You know what's funny? Nobody's making videos using their names. They can live the rest of their life in anonymity. They'll make videos about me, but nobody's ever going to make a video about them. At any rate, I said if there was no Last Stab experience, okay, if there wasn't the Last Stab experience debacle, I would have been more likely and more inclined to believe that Pepper X being 2.69 million was real. I don't believe it. And it's the two things put together. It's the way they rolled out Pepper X. You know, for 5 years teasing every grower on all social media, you're going to buy that pepper, you're going to be able to buy it, and you're going to grow it. And then, you know, having never had the pepper world had never seen a mustard pod test over 1 million. And now, all of a sudden, we're to believe that a mustard pod not only tested over 1 million, but was 1 million over the previous record holder. I don't believe that, okay? Mustard pods just aren't that hot. So when he released the pepper and immediately said, when he announced the numbers and immediately said, I'm never going to release it, boy, if that didn't shoot up a big red flag, and then he's no longer selling the powder, that should send such a big red flag. If it stopped there, red flags aplenty, just all over the place. But then when they released the Last Stab experience and it says it's over 91% Pepper X, there's only 4 ingredients on the label. One of them is vinegar, and all of the others are Pepper X. And over 91% of that sauce is Pepper X. When that sauce came back at 61,019 Scoville heat units, and you put that coupled with I'm not going to ever release the pepper or sell the powder, you put those things together, what is your assumption? What is your operating assumption? My operating assumption is that it's fraudulent. It's just my opinion. We all have opinions. I can have mine. And I don't, listen, I can fade the heat. I'm not too worried about it. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. If he released the pepper and people were growing it, I'd buy it. If he corrected the sauce and fixed the problem, I'd buy it. Next week, I should get back the results from the second test, the second lab that I sent the sauce to, and I'll read those numbers out loud, obviously, like I did last time. But I don't, the best revenge is living well. I'm living well. Things are happening to me that I never dreamed would happen to me. Doing commercials for major fast food companies. The reality show is performing very, very well. I got the analytics yesterday. It's doing really, really well. And everybody's happy with it. And that's why in the morning, I'm the first thing that those poor people, I feel bad for them, they think about. And they make videos, and it's pretty funny. But they don't live in my head. I live in theirs. Anyway, let's talk about some crazy stats, around some funny statistics that just sound bizarre. Listen to this. A robot broke a kid's finger in a chess tournament. At a Moscow Chess Open, July 22nd, a robot playing chess broke a boy's finger when it tried to rush it during a match. Probably not a good omen for our collective future. Let's see here. Watch out for the boiling water in Yellowstone, but not the bears. Listen to this. People often think that the wildlife in Yellowstone National Park is the biggest danger to visitors, but it's actually the boiling hot water underneath the ground that's probably more dangerous. The hot thermal pools have killed more people in Yellowstone than bears. It's kind of interesting. Listen to this one. Everybody has their own fingerprints. We all know that. But did you know that your tongue also has a one-of-a-kind kind of print? Tongue prints. Because of that uniqueness, a tongue can be used in biometric scans or forensic dentistry just as an identification tool, just as accurate as a fingerprint. Do you know that if you have a fingerprint that accidentally is broken off, and you lose a fingernail, it takes about 6 months for your fingernail to grow back. However, if you lose a toenail, it's going to take 3 times as long to grow back. Listen to this. If you hypothetically drilled a hole through the center of the earth and jumped in it, it would take 42 minutes to reach all the way through and go through the other side. It's a pretty long free fall. This is the crazy one I'm going to end on. Every single year in the United States of America, at least 4,000 items are left inside patients after surgery. 4,000. In the medical world, it's known as retained surgical items. There you have it, people. All kinds of weird stuff you didn't know. So anyway, I wanted to address that because I got some really nasty emails and I got people saying, sending me hate mail. It just is what it is. And here's the bottom line. I'm going to touch on it one more time. Had they released the pepper and people could buy the powder, I'd be more inclined to believe it. If Pepper X was hotter than 61,000, I'd be more inclined to believe it. But when you put those two things together, it smells really, really bad. And instead of everybody focusing on attacks, what they probably ought to do is buy a PR firm. You know what I mean? And I think that would be a good start because they're hemorrhaging respect right now. And it's nothing that I've done. I'm the messenger. I'm not scared to tell them the truth. So next week, I'll get back the results from the second. By the way, it's going to be interesting. When we get the results back next week, just for tickles and grins, I sent a pouch of Painfully Scorpion to the same lab to have it tested because I got a sneaky suspicion that my Painfully Scorpion is hotter than their last lab experience, but we're going to find out. But anyway, who's living in your head? You know what? God's in my head. Sorry, you don't have to believe in what I believe. I don't mind. I really don't. I am never going to ever give you a jab or attack you for what you believe. But my family's in my head. My loved ones. You guys are in my head. But trolls, they don't make it to my radar, let alone my head. So I feel bad for them. But I really do want to thank the people my haters, because I got to tell you something. They never miss a video. They're watching this one before you are. They'll watch it twice. So the big reason that I'm on Super Hot and that fast food companies have asked me to be in commercials is because of you guys. You've done that for me. So I want to thank all of you. And the ones that love me, I love you even more. You guys are great. In the description box, you're going to see a link for Uncle Bullcow. He's one of us. I love him. He's in my head. He's a great dude. He makes great stuff, so please check him out. Right there is the bus. If you click that thing, you're riding with me. We're doing this together. If you don't want to miss a video, don't. Click the bell for notification. Also, get your bus pass. Hit the tab that says join. There's over 100 really amazing videos in there talking about some really personal stuff that I've never shared with the channel on the regular one. So get your bus pass. It's $4.99 a month. No one's complained. Right there is Tommy's channel, The Lifeboat. Please check that out. Right there is all the challenges I've done. Raised pepperology for all you new folks. Make sure good stuff is in your head, people. I love you. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.